Hello, welcome back to another video. It's the 25th of May 2022 and I've just made a trade. I've got a partial remaining and I want to show what I was thinking in order to capture this move here. So it was during the New York session just after equities opened at 9:30 and I'll tell you my thoughts prior to that trade. So the move total so far is around 100 points and we've got partials left just to run. And this is what I was thinking. I got some screenshots here. So to start off with, we've got a range that's being formed just prior to 9:30, and we see the low be taken, so it raided the lows, and then after a raid we look for the shift in structure. So right after the raid, a bullish shift breaking this high, and if it was a good shift, so a good shift just means does it present a gap, and yes, it did present a gap, and we'll wait for a retracement into that gap for us to be longer in there. So that's where I placed my first order. Next, I'll just go into the live charts. It's a bit clearer. So after the raid here, and then the shift, and then the gap here, it started to create another range with the lows, these lows here, not being taken. So these lows were respected, and this one here that filled the gap is referred to as the intermediate term low, as described by ICT. And if that doesn't get taken out, then it's more likely for it to pan out. So during each of these retracements is an opportunity to pyramid. So I had my original position, and then I was given opportunities to pyramid. So at these lows, whenever it dropped down into a discount, just within that range, just within these ranges, each of the separate ranges, so within that one, it's hard to draw, or within this one, within this range, when it was into a discount, you could be adding to your position then. That's an opportunity. Okay, and then after that, 9:30 ticked, and we had our stops at the previous low, since at the start of 9:30, price tends to be quite volatile, sometimes very unpredictable, and it'll just stop everyone out before it goes on to the move. That's why always have your stops at specific areas. So I was willing to take on that risk, and I kept my position open, had my stop here, and it just ran. So I hit my partial at my objective, so this is a small partial, just so I can pay myself. The second partial, which is a bigger chunk, and then my final partial where I leave 10% left on the position. And it was hit quite abruptly. So from that moment to hitting the final objective, it was only around 7-8 minutes. That's a pretty good payday. And now we've just got 10% remaining, and we're letting it run to potential further objectives. So you've got your previous day high here, which are kind of equal highs here, so we can see if it reaches that. We've also got the gap that was painted on Monday. We've got this gap here, and we've also got this high, this NASDAQ high, which has been taken out on the S&P and the Dow, but left on the NASDAQ. So we have that as an objective as well. Most likely I'll probably just take a little bit off here, probably a little bit in that gap, and we'll see what happens. Although there is news at 2 o'clock or 2 p.m. over here, and we did just paint a gap here. It's still painting, so perhaps before news happens it will find some sort of range again, have some sort of retracement into this gap before it pumps into the further objective here. So that's kind of an idea for 2 p.m, but we have to see for more information until then. Okay, so that's that idea of this trade, and I'll talk to you next time.